Right guys, this is another church audit. I have to apologise already for the flapping of the camera and the stability of the camera. I've got my hands full with a lot of kit, but I'm going to explain this church here. So this is Victoria Methodist Church in Weston-Super-Mare, as I walk round and give you a quick heads up. This church was built in 1935 to 1936, and it replaced a church that was destroyed in 1934 by fire. And prior to that, there had been a church on these premises. So this is the sort of architecture and building that you can see. And of course, although we don't promote any particular denomination with these videos, this is just to show you the sort of architecture and some of the stuff that's actually going on in the area. So this is some of the architecture around here. Don't know what that building is there. I think that might be the back of some housing that might have once been associated with the church, but the architecture is spectacular. And it does look like on the website, Google and things, when you Google this, it's found on Station Road in Weston-Super-Mare. It's got the for sale sign up, but it does look like it may be sold subject to contract, and it looks like it's sold for £350,000. So I would imagine you get all this brick and all the car parking facilities that I've just walked from. So there's a lot of development going around there if I pan round. So and this is the neighbouring buildings, and I'm just going to walk out to the front of the building and pan round the front. But obviously this is very sad that such a historic building as this and such spectacular architecture could potentially be lost just for the sale of, as I say, £350,000, and in such a strategic area where the Methodists were fairly solid in the Bristol area. So only up the road there is the oldest Methodist Chapel in the United Kingdom, I believe, or even in the world, and we may be going to visit that. So you can see a little bit unkempt. And there's the board there. This is a building that I actually attended a couple of times. Hopefully that's not the reason it's closed down, but you can see a magnificent piece of brick and architecture. Those windows are spectacular, and as I move you around, I'm just going to show you some of the side doors, and then I'm going to move across the road and get a better pan. But you can see there's a lot of brick there for that money. And then it goes down a side alleyway. I'm going to walk down this side alleyway as I'm talking to you, and we'll see what's down here as well, because this is the side of the building and the church. It looks like it's been in disuse for some time, and of course that looks like people have taken advantage of that and used certain activities down here. But you can see, as a pan down there, lovely back of the building, back of the church, and lovely bit of brickwork. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk out. I'm going to pan round the front of the church and show you where it's nestled, because it's in a active town area of Weston-Super-Mare. And then we're going to obviously show you exactly what's surrounding. So if I just pan round now, this is one of the main roads into Weston, the A370, and this is what's fronting the shop there. Faces Education Centre and Cafe, which is all denoted with what looks like cannabis leaves and vegan and hemp and all that sort of new age stuff. And I'm just going to cross over the road and show you the pan of that church building again, so you can see exactly the bit of brickwork that's up for sale and potentially now sold. So there's the church again in its glory in the front there, and that's we're just moving it down here, and this is obviously the brickwork that's being sold there. So there we are, there's the for sale sign, the name of the church, that lovely turret and tower again. And as I say, we're not promoting any particular denomination, but just the fact that, you know, Jesus needs to be worshipped and glorified everywhere, and this just seems to be a real loss of such a strategic building in the heart of a very bustling town. So I'll leave it there for today. Victoria Methodist Church, up for sale or sold subject to contract. God bless you all.